But yeah, I mean, I always knew I had good stuff. At least that's what the analytics said. But it's not until you face the big league guys where you're like, okay, it's playing. And at any given moment, those guys can get you. So
Santana
it's a constant
is on a
cat mouse
tear
game
so
when you're out
far
there.
this season,
What are they
leading his
looking?
team in home runs. This newly crowned fan favorite ready to dazzle today. It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Rodriguez back to work. Rodriguez, 33 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. The line to kick the pitch. That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is downstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Comes the 2-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lewis Strange up now for the Tigers. The 1-1, and that's in the dirt. And now 2-2. Tying run is at first. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Outside, and it's a full count. Stays alive. Strange started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's a swing according to umpire Ed Drummond.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Pickoff move to first, and he's back in easily. Neff launched a homer in his most recent game. To second, and he's out.
Really nice job right here, especially on the mound. Sometimes when that runner breaks, everybody panics, especially the pitcher, and then you don't make the play, you don't execute what needs to be done to get that runner out. That time, he just stepped off calmly, dealt with the situation, and they got a pretty easy out after that.
Runner on the go. And first offering is fouled off. Alez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the catch. And that is that. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Mets 4 and the Tigers nothing. Now the number 2 hitter, Jermaine Bush. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Ground ball could be 2. Fired to second. Back to first for 2, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 6 and the Tigers nothing. No outs. Runner on second. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Runner at second, nobody out.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Sitting off speed there. Timing wasn't quite right on the fastball, even to try to late emergency hack and foul it off, but very quality pitch located. I like that little 2-seam arm side run to the outside corner of the plate.
And fouled off. Late with the swing there.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
And a swing and a miss. Good job of damage control right there. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 6 and the Tigers 3. So a runner at third, 2 outs. Alez now at the plate. This could end it. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Runner from third in to score. And it's an RBI single, a big 2-out hit, and the game is tied. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. This is a big spot for a big-time player. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And a swing and a miss down on strikes, and that is a big first out. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
Next to hit, J.R. Santana. Throw, save! Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Clearly didn't want to mess with them right there, so I think it makes sense to play the numbers game in this spot.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Stallings will hit next. This to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Coming home. He's safe, and it's now a 2-run game.
Comes through with the RBI. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And here is Stephen Young. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And that'll do it. The Tigers slug their way to a win in this one. Santana had the kind of game you'd like to avoid. 1 hit, but 3 strikeouts on the day.
Certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. Still, they got the win.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Santana, the next to hit. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a ball popped up. Squeezes it, and that is that. Tigers leave 1. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Start of the 4th. Here's a big power threat. J.R. Santana.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, these Tigers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
And misses. It's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Man at first with 1 gone. So up next for New York, Marcus Beard. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Griffin for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Mets 2 and the Tigers nothing. One out, base is empty.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
All over that one right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Now the left fielder, Lewis Strange. And there's the ball.
Ball 2.
Move to second. Santana dives back in safely. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. Now back to second, and they're keeping him close. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. And that's just foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
David Lewis up now for the Tigers. His righty-lefty splits there.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Strike 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
And he's out at third. Couldn't get back to the base. Out number 3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the 2 on, 1 out. Keishel digs in now. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit on the ground might be 2. Fires to second for 1. To first, nice pick, double play, and that's the inning. So no runs here in a base hit, no errors, and one left. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Tigers nothing. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. 1 for 3.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
And a foul ball. The tying run at the plate. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Tying run at the plate.
Ball 1. See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. One hit, one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 2 and the Tigers nothing. Runner on at first with one gone. And the batter now, Jack Caglione. And he grounds one to the right side. In the dirt, nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
So 2 down. And next up for the Tigers, Alfonso Morales. The Tigers down to their final strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets even this series up at a game apiece. Santana with a forgettable showing in the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
Top of the second. Now it's the power speed combo. J.R. Santana. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Prescott back to work. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out. And next for the Mets, Luke Keeschel. Hit in the air out to center field. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. and they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
On the ground, Watson tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
First and second, no outs. Manzanillo getting ready to hit. Out there to center. Velez on his way over. Nice grab on the run. Runner tags at second, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. And we're back. All set for the top of the 6th. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Wong back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Wong goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he's a native of South Korea. Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished. That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Santana, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through that one above the zone.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't.
No, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 7th inning. And stepping in for New York, Bryce Rayner. Swing and a ball popped up.
You take it here. You.
And that'll do it. The Tigers take this one in a blowout. Santana had a rough go of it in this game.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got the win.
J.R. Santana is on a tear so far this season, leading his team in home runs. This newly crowned fan favorite ready to dazzle today. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. J.R. Santana now at the plate.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going
to second. That's one, and that's two.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
Vinny Ball getting ready to hit. To the right side, Morales. To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3.
Really fantastic play over at first. That catch saved a run. If the throw gets away, the runner from third is cruising home to score easily. Moments like those matter quite a bit in this game.
Man at first, one away. Just missed. Santana, a slugging first baseman, 34-year-old vet. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Ball tossed to second, over to first, safe. And next to hit for Detroit, Chet Neff. Neff matched a homer in his last game. Two outs.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Diaz settles under it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now the left fielder, Luis Murillo. The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air.
Ball, I got it. Here we go. Right
drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. Fox back to work. Up the middle, ball. One away, bottom of the 6th.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. 0 for 3 in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. There's a strike.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him. And now one away.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch.
Here's a rocket out to left. And that'll do it. The Tigers take the series opener here at home. Santana had a game to forget.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
J.R. Santana is on a tear so far this season, leading his team in home runs. This newly crowned fan favorite ready to dazzle today. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One out, runner at second. Santana, the next to hit. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Late on that fastball.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Next offering is down low.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 1 out. Runners at first and second. There's a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
One out. Runner at second. Tejada will hit next.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Line drive.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
2 out, space is empty. Santana measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a former National League MVP. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And the defense comes away with nothing. Chet Neff up now for the Tigers. Now moves to first, and he's back in easily. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. One left for Detroit. They're down here 5-1. One out, base is empty. And now J.R. Santana, 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive, base hit. Man at first with one gone. And now Chet Neff. And a pitch. There goes the runner. The other way. And it goes just foul. To second, and he's out.
Really nice job right there, especially on the mound. Sometimes when that runner breaks, everybody panics, especially the pitcher, and then you don't make the play, you don't execute what needs to be done to get that runner out. That time, he just stepped off calmly, dealt with the situation, and they got a pretty easy out after that.
Back at Comerica Park, on to the bottom of the 10th. And here's the first baseman, J.R. Santana.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Kelly back to work. Swings through that one.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And there's a ball. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Got him swinging.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Diaz digs in now. So, RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. And that one in the air center field. Velez settles underneath it, squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy.
So digging in, Lewis Strange. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hauls it in for the out.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Winning run in scoring position with 2 away. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Clearly didn't want to mess with him right there, so I think it makes sense to play the numbers game in this spot.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Almonte now at the plate.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. The legs. 2 down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Last half of the 13th set to go. Here's the catcher, David Lewis. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. And he's in there as he tests the arm in left. One away on the flyout.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to walk that one back, no doubt.
Michael Chang up now for the Tigers. In the air, right side. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Throw is offline. This one's over. And the Tigers break through to win it in 13.
These can be tough at bats when you know you've got to get the ball in the air. At worst case scenario, that pitcher is going to try to tie you up, throw you up and in. But he did a good job pulling the hands through. Extension to put that ball deep enough out into the outfield to score that run and win this game.
Six-5 the final here today. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a ball popped up. Jones on the move. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. Tigers are shut down there. Scoreless after one. Ready to go, bottom four. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, J.R. Santana. Guerrero back to work. There's the strike. And he can't come up with it.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Louis Strange. First offering, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw, save! Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play, just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Now at the plate, Michael Chang. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Man at second. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And next up for the Tigers, Craig Planteni. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 2, and there's a real chance to get out of this without allowing a run. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Tigers strand a pair. They trail it here 2-0. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And a swing and a miss there.
Well, these Tigers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Fights it off. You'll see another. That one off the mark, and that is ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
On the ground, 2 ball. There's one.
Got him.
Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Louis Strange. Here comes the pitch. Runner takes off, squirts away a little bit. No throw, safe at second. Popped up. Ball. Out. Number 2. And now it's going to be Chet Neff. Santana at second with 2 down. Check swing, and he went. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strike.
Got him swinging. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Guardians 3 and the Tigers nothing. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the third baseman, Jeff Wheeler. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Slings to second, return throw to first, got him, double play, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Guardians 3 and the Tigers nothing. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. 1 for 3. Reyes, 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. The 1-0. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Coming home. Relay throw to third. The tag out. But they do get a run.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And they probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two outs, nobody on. And up next for Detroit, Matt St. Aug. The MO for him is contact, a guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a line.
Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Santana did well in the losing effort.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him. Even though it wasn't enough to get them the W, this was a good showing at the plate.
J.R. Santana is getting ready to go. He's already showing signs of why many are calling him one of the most promising young talents this season. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. And now the DH, Alberto Maraville. trying for third. In the air, right side. Steal. And there's one away. Bottom of the inning, and now it's going to be J.R. Santana. Cabrera back to work. Cabrera in his 6th season, 25 years old, a former American League Cy Young Award winner. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And the slider just misses.
One ball,
See if
2
you can
strikes,
go
Miguel.
upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
To first, and quickly one away in the second. First and second, 2 outs. Mendoza will hit next.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
First and second, 2 down. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 2 and the Tigers nothing. Man at first, 1 away. Center field. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on the go. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. He's in there. Two out, space is empty. Just
Ball
missed. And a foul ball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Up the middle. What a stop. But no chance. That's an infield single. Now at the plate, his July and August splits there. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Santana digs in now. A switch hitter batting right. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. In there at the knees.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But they score twice and even it up late. 8th inning coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Digging in, Jackie Gabriel.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
So they're all loaded up. Squares and gets it down the left side. Bounces into first, but he digs it out and the inning is over.
That snag over at first is the only reason this game is still tied. We saw a good stretch needed to make the play, and thankfully it worked out for him. If not, they'd be playing from behind right now.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Reyes back to work. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Maldonado is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox take game 1 of the series on the road. Santana did well enough for them despite the loss.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end okay. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game and help him win going forward.
J.R. Santana is on a tear so far this season, leading his team in home runs. This newly crowned fan favorite ready to dazzle today. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. First and second, no outs. Thornton, the next to hit. Line, and that's a base hit. Heading for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. J.R. Santana, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. And takes low for ball one.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Ground ball right side. Velasquez fires to first in time. One out, base is empty. Santana, a slugging first baseman, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. One down, base is empty. Left field, settles under it, and there's two down. Smash to the left side. That's the third out. Two left on. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Tigers 5 and the White Sox 3. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Gabriel will hit next. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Alez sizes this one up, drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. And now the first baseman, J.R. Santana.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that fourth time and do damage because he's that good.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. To the right side. He gets there with the slide. The throw, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
He doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Lewis Strange up now for the Tigers. First offering, runner goes, pitch in for a strike, and safe. It's a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man at second. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Edmund Latch done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Brent Sinclair comes on now.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
So up next, David Lewis. With the tying run at the plate, near the bottom of the 7th. Out there to center. It's going to fall for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it. Really important at bat coming up now.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Base hit. 1 run is in. The second run scores. And now they trail by 1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Santana. There's 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Santana up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. One-run game, bottom 9. And that is out of play. Backed off the plate that time. And fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Lifted in the air, right field. Thornton on his way in. Makes the grab, 1 down.
No, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. To put it into his highest heat.
So digging in, David Lewis.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate.
On the ground to third. And it gets by him.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So 2 down. And next up for the Tigers, Michael Chang.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Santana with an okay game in the loss, went 1 for 5 with a single.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
J.R. Santana with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in runs batted in. Can he deliver at the plate again today? It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First and second, 2 outs. Green now at the plate.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. That's out to center field. Griffin sizing this one up. And that's the 3rd out. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Back at Comerica Park. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
The 0-1. Fastball is outside. There's a swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The other way, jump throw, nicely done for the out. My goodness, Chris, he had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got a cannon.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Tigers have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
2 outs, runner on first. Next is the Tigers DH, Michael Chang. Check on the runner. Santana back in on a dive. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man on second, 2 down. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Tigers 1 and the White Sox nothing. Grady Ham steps to the plate for the White Sox. White Sox down a run. In the air, right field. Steal. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Tigers 1 and the White Sox. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Popped up. Lorenz gets there. He's under it. Brings it in. 1 away.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
And next to hit for the Sox, Juan Lorenz. Two outs. Base hit center field. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. And in the 9th, they take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swings and misses. That is strike 2. And a swing and a miss. A huge out to start the bottom of the 9th.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
So up next, Lewis Strange. 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he's got it. Game. And the White Sox claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Santana played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win. Singled and knocked in a run.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
J.R. Santana with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in runs batted in. Can he deliver at the plate again today? It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. So digging in, J.R. Santana. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Inside, and it's 2-0. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The next pitch misses, and now 3-1.
3-1.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one handled. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bledsoe now at the plate. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Throw in line, and he scores. It's 2-2.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Bruce back to work. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Bradfield hauls it in, and there's one away. Two out, space is empty. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spin on anything that's down.
That missed by a lot, and that's ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Leahy sizing this one up, makes the grab, and that'll do it. So they get 3 and draw even. We're headed to the 5th, and we're all even at 6 apiece. And now it's going to be J.R. Santana. 0 for 3 in this one. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hard hit left side. And that is the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning coming up. The Jays are out in front, 13-7. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Ford back to work. And a swing and a miss there. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing...
So 2 away with nobody on. And now the shortstop, Chet Neff. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. In the air, right side of the infield. Turnwall. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take this one in a blowout. Santana had a rough go of it in the loss.
Well, Boog, this is a game he'd rather forget. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better next time out.
J.R. Santana with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in runs batted in. Can he deliver at the plate again today? It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Here's some real power at the plate. J.R. Santana. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And no one can get there. And as for first, it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
David Lewis up now for the Tigers. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. On the ground. Luke tossed to second, and that's 2. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We move on to the second here at Comerica. It's the Tigers 2 and the Jays nothing. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Strange, the next to hit. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Now snap throw to first, and he's back in there. Two on, one out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And he deals. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that makes it 30 stolen bases for him this season. So bases all loaded up. Planteni will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. On the ground to the left. Base hit. One run in already. Here comes the throw. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to inning number 4. Tigers 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Go ahead run on base. Mortero getting ready to hit.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
On the ground, 2 ball. There's 1. To first, nice pick, double play, and that's the inning. They get 2 and draw even again. And midway in the 4th, and we are tied 4-4. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Hendricks back to work. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Well, these Tigers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These guys are not getting fooled right now.
Mortero takes it to the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana.
Ball 1.
Well, a mistake right here could untie
no
this ball
strike.
game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Over to first. That ends the inning. So they make short work of them there. We look ahead to inning number 8, and we are tied 4-4. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Ochoa now at the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Tied at 4. Lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Throw comes into third. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the center field tapped softly on the ground. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Santana played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win.
Oh, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Santana digs in now. There's the swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next pitch is downstairs. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. That one fouled off. Missed inside with the curve. And that one in the air center field. He's got it. And the inning is over. 1 left for Detroit. Scoreless after 1. One down. Runners at second and third. Fought off foul. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Second and third here. 1 away. Going to count 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And there's a ball. Outside low, and the count's full. Swing, lines a base hit into left field. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Well done, drives in the run. Pretty good changeup on the outside corner, but he did exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. See it deep and keep your hands inside it to drive it the other way.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, these Tigers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're...
Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Steal at second with nobody out. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Jimmy Turnwall will hit next.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
And a pitch. Hit on the ground might be 2. They get 1. On to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And we're back. And here's the first baseman, J.R. Santana.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
On the ground, right side, Turnwall. In plenty of time. First, 1 up, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Two outs, base is empty. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Steven Mortero. Harden is just 1 strike away. And a base hit into left field. That'll play. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Brandon Bledsoe.
2-2.
Ripped on the ground to second, and that is the ball game. Santana had a decent showing in this one, singled and knocked in a run.
Oh, Boog, not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. Still, always good to get a team win.
So 2 down, J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. Fouled off left side. Steele, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's fouled away. .99 miles per hour to finish him off. Tigers leave 1, and they're down 2-0. 2 outs, bases are full. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And now the count is even.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics. And
now this one's well hit. Way back there. On its way and out of here. Grand slam. That one's got to feel good. His 31st home run of the season, and they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Back here in Detroit, bottom of the inning, here's a big power threat. J.R. Santana. And first offering is fouled off. To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the sixth. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch misses.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
On the ground right side, Turnwall sends it to first. 2 down. Fernando Aparicio the next to hit. The Tigers down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Santana made a big contribution despite the loss. Just one hit, but it was a grand slam.
Can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
J.R. Santana is getting ready to go. He's already showing signs of why many are calling him one of the most promising young talents this season. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. So here's the cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Ball one there.
He's great hitting the ball either way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball in 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whips. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
1 out, base is empty. And there's a strike. Santana, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and they traded for him earlier this year. That misses the zone. 1-1. On the ground to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Man at first with 1 gone. And next to hit for Detroit, Lewis Strange. Ball to strike. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Pickoff move to first. And he dives back in safely.
Runner.
Ball 2. Throw to second, and he's out. That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Man at first, one away. And he swings and misses, and it's nothing in one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Off-balance speed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And next up for the Tigers, Lewis Strange. And a pitch. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Mike Reyes appears to be getting loose. Number 86 getting loose as well. Runner on the move. Pitch is low. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
So 2 down. So in now for Cleveland, Oscar Almonte. That one hit to right. Steele sizing this one up. And that is the third out of the inning. Guardians strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. So 2 down. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. 1 for 3.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And a big swing and a miss. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Got him swinging. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Guardians 3, Tigers. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Pablo Sierra. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So 2 away with nobody on. Michael Chang up now for the Tigers. The Tigers down to their final strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it drops in. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that'll do it. The Guardians take the series opener here at home. Santana had a game to forget in the loss.
Well, Boog, this is a game.
So 2 down. J.R. Santana up now for the Tigers. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Right side. brings it in for the third out. It's the Tigers 0, Guardians coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Fox back to work. There's the strike. You think back to 2017 and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His 32nd of the year. And they're on the board. It's 6-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Now the catcher up to hit, Willie Tejada. Swing at a ground ball. That throw is wide. He has to lunge off the bag to get it. No outs on the play. Bases now loaded.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
This one in the air. Fox settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. 2-away down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering is in for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one way inside. In the air, right side. Sanford settles under this one. He's got it. One down. Chet Neff up now for the Tigers. One strike away. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians slugged their way to a win in this one. Santana played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win. Had only 1 hit, but made it count with a homer.
Oh, Boogie definitely made it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Santana digs in now. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I'll tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Santana with a homer in his last game. Swings through that high fastball.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. Tigers leave. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Ground ball right side, ball. Handles, throws to first, got him. Jeff Wheeler digs in for the Guardians. To the right side, and that chance handled. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 3 innings complete. Tigers 4 and the Guardians nothing. The other way, Wheeler. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. 1 left for Detroit, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Iriarte back to work. Fought off foul.
Well, these Tigers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They're getting a lot of loud contact right now. 9 hits have gone 90+ miles per hour off the bat, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense to make some tough plays.
Here's the 0-2. In the air, right field, Diaz. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
Vinny Ball digs in for the Guardians. 1 out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Cut on and lifted in the air. Velez makes his way towards it. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So up next, Ted Sanford. This could end it. Out to short. Neff. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
So back to the top of the order. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Pablo Sierra. Hit on the ground to the right side. Makes the sliding stop to first. To first. Nice pick and a ball in the dirt, and that ends the ball game. Santana had a game to forget.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They got the W, but he wasn't the reason why.
Next is switch hitting first baseman J.R. Santana. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And that one fouled off. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Kicks and fires. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Tigers leave one. Now the Guardians will get their shot. Still scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Here in Cleveland, and now the big-time power threat, J.R. Santana. Guerrero back to work. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, and it gets by him. And up next for Detroit, Louis Strange. Late on that fastball.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake. Not too often you're going to see a sub-90-mile-per-hour fastball get by a hitter for the strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. It makes me think he was either looking for something else completely or he tried to do way too much with that swing.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Man, first one away. Hit in the air, right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Craig Planteni. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Damn! Out of here! He made him pay for that one, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, J.R. Santana. 1 for 3. In the air, left field, down the line. And that is that. So 2 runs in the inning, 1 hit, the homer, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Tigers 6, and the Guardians nothing. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Weinstein, the next to hit. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the bottom of the 7th. Lifted in the air, right field. Steele. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. With the tying run in scoring position in the bottom of the 9th, Ball getting ready to hit. Ripped on the ground to second. To first, picked out of the dirt. Ball game. Santana with a mediocre showing in this one.
Maybe not his best showing, but they got the win, and he should be happy about that.